let's go westward. Let's go to USC. USC, Bear Alexander jumped in the transfer portal. Now, we know he jumped in the transfer portal from Georgia last year, if I'm not mistaken. He take his talents all the way west side.
West side, and he did it with your boy.
Yeah, and he went all the way west, decided to go to USC and fight on. And Street, you were there at the you were there in the spot with Bear Alexander. Talk to us about that, man.
At the time we had a relationship with them. And funny, he has a guy named Tony with him, which he calls his dad. And we had a chance to sit down and actually break the news that he was going to USC. You could throw that video up there if y'all didn't catch this. It was your boy Street.
From Footballville. Listen, Sunday, I know what time it is. We got Big Bear Alexander in the house, University of Georgia. Big Bear jumped in the transfer portal last week for Georgia spring game. And now he's going to decide right here on Footballville where he's going. Big Bear should be up here with us, man. We're going to walk in and check him out.
The numbers going right now.
Big man, it's the moment that everybody been waiting on, man. What it's going to be?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about staying on the West Coast. Fight on.
All right, man. This D, man. We here with Big Bear, Tony, man, on the Footballville podcast, man. We outside. Bear just went official. Announced that he's gonna be headed to USC. How you feel, big dog?
Man, I feel great about it. Joining the Trojans and his family over there, and it's a great decision overall.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about it, Tony? You right there right on the side every time, everywhere you go, you right there. So how you feel about it?
I like it. It's a fit. They go offensively. They're really elite. So they're gonna score a lot of points, and it's gonna give them an opportunity to really, rush, get after the pass.
So USC, you'll be on the field more, basically.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you didn't just want to get after the quarterback. You actually want to tackle running backs and shit?
Stairs over the elevator, just part and build something. I mean,
you went to Georgia last year. I won national championship. They may be favored to win a national championship again. Shout out to Nick Saban. Why would you leave Georgia to go to USC when you got a chance to get a second ring? They're on top of the world. I mean, tell the people what's the reason.
I mean, for me overall, it's a huge difference just being a part of a great defense and, being the reason why defense is great. So, I just kind of wanted to give myself a challenge and, go out here and just be a part and build something. So,
what did he just say, Hayes? You're a defensive coach. What did he say? What did he just say?
To the train field, that was straight media talk. For him to say, go be a part of a great defense, and Lincoln Riley in defense is like oil and water, but I hear what he's saying. I mean, I ain't mad at him. He's basically want to get time on the field. That's it. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. No, but we got a chance to sit down with Bear, man, and the guy Tony represents a lot of kids. He's actually their mentor. He has their best interests at hand. And I'm sure if I pick up the phone and call him now, I'm sure he's behind Bear jumping in. See, USC gets a new defensive coordinator, comes in, he may treat Bear different. Tony is the one in the room that say, bro, listen, we got 2 more weeks of this and we out. We ain't doing this. And he makes a decision. You know what I'm saying? He's the man that makes the decision, which a kid might not have that foresight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bear jumps in the portal in the middle of the dog. Listen, one thing that Bear them do really, really well is get out in front of news, right? And make themselves the center of attention. Bear Alexander can play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can play. And he's going to play on Sunday. So don't think he's jumping in the portal because he can't play or he ain't getting playing time. they see opportunity in the portal and they're working it. Now, if all the kids start doing this, I don't know what college football will look like, Hayes.
If you get some rules.
No, understand what they're doing. Don't look at Bear Alexander like a kid that can't be coached. He keep jumping in the portal. The opportunity is there to get more money, more opportunity, and they're taking it because it's legal. He put out his top 3 schools, Oregon, 2 other schools. He finna get paid again. If all the kids start doing this, hey, this is what your roster look like. It'll look like you just putting. Remember the Army men that you had when you was a kid? You just put them in a bag, and then at the end of the year, you just pull them all down the ground.
the little green men.
Yeah, no. But they're working the system.
Yeah, and again, the thing I always want people to remember too is that when we talk about the transfer portal, we're also talking about kids with the leverage, right? It's the leverage. It ain't the average Joe dude doing that. They're going into the transfer portal maybe for a different reason. I think it's that top 1% that go in that have the leverage. The Jordan Addison, the receiver that came from Pitt that went to USC, the Bear Alexander, the Cam Ward at that time coming out of Washington. Those are the kinds of kids that have the leverage that can make those type of demands. You know what I mean? And you had those kind of kids too, even in high school. I remember JTT, I can't pronounce his last name, Polynesian cat from the West Coast that ended up going to Ohio State. He held them to their signing day all the way until the summer. But what he did was, and I know if a lot of y'all know this, he had those 5 schools on his list sign the financial aid obligation. So now those schools got skin in the game. He just had to pick which one of the 5 he wanted.
Right.
Because he had the leverage, right? Because of who he was, who his status, where he played, what he did. So I always want people to remember that the transfer portal is cut up to a whole bunch of different pies. Everybody's in there for a particular different reason. Everybody's not in there for the same reason. You know what I mean? Because some cat, now they may think they in there because they finna get a bag, but some of y'all ain't bag worthy. I'm just calling it what it is. Shout out to E. Brown. He called it the scrub hub.
The scrub hub.
E. Brown called it the scrub hub. But when he's saying that, he's talking about a particular part of the pie. Everybody that goes in the transfer portal, remember, that's the formality. You got to go from here through the transfer portal and back out. But if you've been in the transfer portal for 2 years, you might be better go looking for a union card somewhere, but better do something.
What you say, dog?
Basically, I'm telling you, go get a job, dog. That's what I'm telling you. That's all. Joshua's still in the building. He said, "You're preaching, street. You're preaching off in the street. You preaching, dog?"
I'm getting it in. No, bro. I mean, I see Reggie in the comments going in on Bell. Bell must be hitting a lady up in the DM or something. You know, piss Bell. Nah, Reggie, listen. Bell had 47 tackles and a sack and a half in that horrible 2023 USC defense. They changed the defensive coordinator. And obviously he felt he was getting treated different, and he got up out of there. Hey, you worked at a college before, right?
Uh-huh.
How often do these kids get treated like trash? They don't understand why they're not playing.
Street, the day that they signed. It's over. It's over. All of that. What's up, big dog? All of that. Boy, hey, boy, man, as soon as you sign, get your back in that. It's like the Marines. Let me ask you this. When you signed up for the Marines, did the recruiter treat you, stand straight, soldier? Hey, man, you're going to love it. We got jobs here for you. You're going to get a chance to see the world. Da-da-da. Man, you jumped off that bus. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, Reggie, I hear what you're saying, right? And Bell got a lot of money, though. Bell got a mansion. Bell had, but 47 tackles, 1.5. That Simeon Barrow was a consistent 36 tackle type guy, 1 or 2 sacks. Like, and we saw how effective he was this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bear could play. Now I'm telling Bear ain't the biggest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He ain't huge. 6'3", 315. I'm not sure if he's 6'3". He's not huge.
He not you don't think he's taller than 6'3"? You think he's shorter than 6'3"?
He's not. When in person, he wasn't as big as I thought he would be. But he could move.
Mm-hmm.
He a grown man. He got one of them 35-year-old souls. Like you know what I'm saying? He could move. He get off the ball. I think Reggie said he quit on his team. Reggie, we're in a day and age where it's like, I don't know if we still there with all that. Like, it's college football changing to the pros, bro. Like, I don't know if we got all that. I don't know if he quit on his team. How you think AJ Allen felt this year?
Bro, the transfer portal can be used as a version of sitting out equivalent to the NFL, right? I mean, I'm going to go in the portal. If y'all don't like it, then up that money. I'll be back. I mean, right. Here's what I'll say. There's one piece I think you missing, Street. Look real close at Reggie's avatar.
Let me see. Look like a Georgia man to me.
And where did he leave?
Huh?
Where did he leave first time?
Georgia.
Somebody sound like a hurt ex-boyfriend. Somebody sound like a hurt ex-boyfriend, man.
Huh? Hurt ex. Hey, dog, go holler. Georgia.
You know I love you, Reggie. I got to put that.
I was asked Kamari Lassiter, where were you when Bear Alexander jumped in the transfer portal? He said, I was warming up at the spring game. That joker jumped in the transfer portal the morning of the spring game, Hayes.
Yeah.
Fuck your couch.
Bro, I just say there are some people, and you have to understand this too. Everybody's not the same. There are some people, and I don't know Xavier Restrepo, never spoke to him, but just seeing the way he moves, the way he acts, responds. He values that team. He values those things. There are other players that value money. There are other players that value themselves, right? It's about me. It's about the stats. It's about the this. There's other players. Everybody has a motivation of why they play this game.
Right.
And that's what you're seeing. See, for us on the outside looking in, we like, it's all about team. Well, have you ever quit a job before and took another job?
Right.
What about the team then? Have you ever told your boss, hey man, unless you give me this raise, I'm out? It wasn't about the team then, because it was more about your family and it was more about you wanting more or your value. You're saying, look, I'm this valuable. You go in and negotiate your raise or your contract, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Everybody teaches on. And I'm going to bring up something about individualism in this game in a minute when we do my own see how. You know what I'm talking about, Street. But we'll get to that here in a second, man. So real quick, I want to say this before we close this out and we get to the man of the hour around here. Boy, I tell you, boy. I'm sorry, we're looking at this. As soon as we lost, Preston Paradise. That's a UCS Trojan. As soon as he used the word we lost, he quit. So there we go. Look, at the most important time of the season. And there was D lineman on the team producing more than him. The NFL won't forget what he did to USC this year. Sound like somebody's heard. And I'm just teasing you there, Preston, but that's your emotion into it, right? And Bear may not have emotion for USC. You're a fan. You're invested. He's looking at it. This is a business opportunity, and I'm gonna do what I got to do. So,
right.
That's just how I look at it. I mean, no.
Yeah, it's a new day. That's the best way I could put it, bro. It's a new day in college sports, and some of y'all catching on faster than the others. Yeah, Bill Alexander don't have to be the number one defensive lineman on his team in order for him to have value and jump in the transfer portal. Simeon Barrow was it?
No,
He was not. No, he was not. There was a guy better than him that went to Oregon, right?
from my understanding, I can't remember the name, but yeah, no, there's a couple people. Like I said, it's just part of it, man. That's just part of it.